Hey everyone, so now for the real review. We're going to be reviewing Four Roses Small Batch Select. And the dog from the last video, we have him in a timeout, so he won't be bothering anybody. Anyway, we're going to be reviewing Four Roses Small Batch Select in honor of Valentine's Day. Now, I have reviewed this some time ago. I did a TikTok video on this quite a few months ago. It was a sample just like this. But I'm doing this again for two reasons. First of all, it is Valentine's Day. You know, what better bourbon to review this week than this one? But also, my preferences have come a long way since then. I've gotten into higher rye bourbons, higher proof bourbons. I'm thinking whatever I thought about this then, and I recall I did like this probably the best of the other Four Roses that I've tried. But I'm thinking I might like this more now, but maybe I won't. We'll see. But my taste has evolved more towards higher rye. Now, in this one, here's some of the details. This is from the Kirin Brewing Company. Distillery is Four Roses. It's 104 proof. It is officially non-age dated, but from my reading, I'm guessing the bourbons in this blend are approximately 6 to 7 years old, and this uses 6 of the 10 bourbon recipes from Four Roses. And just to recap, Four Roses is quite unique. They have 2 mash bills and 5 proprietary yeast strains to basically total 10 different bourbon recipes. And so basically of those 10, this is using 6 of the 10 as compared to Four Roses regular small batch, which uses 4 of those recipes. And ironically, the one that's the least expensive, the regular base Four Roses, uses all 10. So this uses 6 of the 10, and of course the single barrels will each use one of those recipes. So this is 6 of the 10, and what it does, I'll just throw out the letters. Some of you know this, and I'll explain. It uses the recipes, the 6 recipes are OBSV, OBSK, OBSF, OESV, OESK, and OESF. And basically, really quickly, the first letter is the production facility, which is Four Roses. The second letter is the mash bill, so it's either B or it's E. And just to explain, the E mash bill, we'll call that the high rye bourbon. It's, both of them are high, but one is higher than the other. The E is the high rye mash bill. It's 75% corn, 20% rye, 15% malted barley. And then the B mash bill is 60% corn, 35% rye, 5% malted barley. So the second letter is either the B or the E. And then the third letter just is OES, just designates straight whiskey. And then the last letter is the yeast strain that's used. And of this one, it is used. There is it's repeating. You know, you see it's either V, K, or F, and it's used twice in each of the so basically each of the recipes is using either it's either the VK or F. So what you have is, of those yeast strains, it's using, let's put it this way, it's using 3 different yeast strains in this. The V is delicate fruit, the K is slight spice, and the F is herbal notes. So there's a lot going on. This definitely uses a whole bunch of them. Obviously, the base one uses everything, but this uses 6 of the 10 recipes. And there's definitely going to be high rye content in this, no doubt, especially with the mix of the both mash bills, either 20% rye or 35% rye. So that's a lot. So we are going to put this in a glass, and I just think that my inclination is that I'll like this even better than I did last time, but let's go and see. Okay, so as happened once before, there was some technical difficulties. I did do the tasting, as you can see, and for some reason that part got deleted. So as I did one other time, I'll just explain what I experienced when I tasted it. So let's just sum up. I like this just as much, if not even a little bit more than I did the first time, which is kind of what I thought. There's definitely a high rye taste in this. You can definitely detect the spice and the rye spice. So I'll just basically take you through the nose. It didn't, it was nothing dramatic in the proof. This is 104 proof. I've heard some people say they smelled ethanol in it. I really didn't detect that. As some light caramel and some classic bourbon smells. When I got to the palate, I definitely detected a very heavy presence of rye spice. It's definitely noticeable. I mean, you have 2 mash bills, one with 20% rye and one with 35% rye. So there's no doubt that was something that I was going to taste. And if you're like rye, or straight rye, or high rye bourbons, this one's definitely for you. And I think that I actually like this better than I did the last time, because again, I've been enjoying higher rye bourbons, higher proof bourbons, but definitely some bourbons with high rye and even a straight rye. So what I tried to do when I was tasting this is, being that I'm tasting all this, the tasting notes were spice. I tasted fruit. I kind of remember some pepper on this on the palate. I tried to match up with the specific the three of the five yeast strains that are in this particular recipe, because one of them is the V is delicate fruit, the K is a slight spice, and the F is the herbal notes. Definite got some fruit in there. No doubt I have spice. It's more than slight, definitely prominent spice. And I did detect herbal notes. I can kind of see where the three yeast strains are in. I definitely get the high rye. So it's basically, to sum up, this is that mouthfeel. It's a very robust mouth. It's 104 proof. It drinks every bit of that. And there's fruit, there's spice, there's pepper, vanilla, caramel, all of that. This is an excellent pour. Definitely liked it more than I did the first time. And what's more, I think this actually would make a very good old fashioned. It's robust. That high rye content really stands up. When this was actually Manhattan when I made the Rittenhouse Rye Manhattan. It was the spice of the rye that really stood up. You could put a rye in an old fashioned, but this, as a very high rye bourbon, or relatively high rye bourbon, I think this would be very good in that. So this was definitely a good result. Definitely liked it even more than the last time. And I may even try to get a regular sized bottle of this. So happy Valentine's, everybody. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Take care.